Okay, sorry about that cut. The card filled up.
Getting a new camera soon.
Yeah.
But now we're back!
Now we're back. Remember the thing we probably said about the dog? We didn't know what it did? Well, we do now.
Oh, well, we know what it does now. Okay, so if it boosts an attack that hits the Vanguard, and it's in the same column as Blaster Blade Seeker, her Legion, you can put one of the cards in your hand on the bottom of your deck and unflip one.
Huh.
I don't know how relevant that's actually going to be.
Nope, I got nothing.
Doesn't seem to me like the Seeker deck is going to be all that tight on Counterblasts anyway.
Didn't even realize you used that many counterblasts other than the one for Blaster Blade.
Well, they've got that new guy that recruits, I guess. And now Sing Saber's using 2.
So, like, 3 maybe.
There are some Soul Blasters, too, so that might actually make it difficult to use Sing Saber more than one time. And I welcome that. We don't need that standing twice in a turn.
So, okay.
No other major things except for Spike Brothers.
And Alfred's daddy.
Yeah, let's talk about Alfred's daddy. Because I don't know what that's coming out in. I think it's a promo card for the next magazine or something.
Over that promo, I want it now.
It lets you counterblast 2, I think, to ride any Alfred unit from your deck and give it 5k.
So, yeah, it's pretty great.
It's a Royal Paladin, although you could theoretically put it in a Gold Paladin Alfred deck. I don't know what to think. I mean, having 8 Alfreds is pretty cool. Although it still doesn't really solve the problem of the rear guards not really being good enough. I don't know.
I guess if they have another card that comes out later for him, like, I don't know, this card gives this much power to Alfred just by existing on the field. So you just play it behind Alfred and it makes him like a 21 or 23 by himself.
I think Alfred deck is going to fit in pretty well, even in the Legion meta, though, because, it just gets in there. The same as any other deck.
I guess that's true. It really, I guess it depends on what his quote-unquote buddy is in the Grade 3 lineup. Because as much as I love Palamedes, and as much as I still contend he's like one of the best kinds of Grade 3s, I think we need more progressive skills to be used on the Vanguard circle.
And then they reprint Palamedes and name him Alfred's Champion Palamedes.
But he is reprinted. He's a Seeker now.
Oh, he is? Oh, cool.
Or at least I'm pretty sure he is, or he's going to be. There was a guy who looked like Palamedes with blue fire on his head.
Don't worry, he's just a Boar's clone.
But anyway, yeah, I like Palamedes as much as the next guy, but I think we need like things that can be good on the Vanguard too, not just power, but like do things. Like Alfred, even if he's not the Vanguard, he does do something cool on the rear guard because his Vanguard effect is also his rear guard effect. The whole summon the guy thing.
Yes.
So that's just my thought.
At any rate, Spike Brothers, so they get 2 new triggers.
Oh god, that heal trigger makes me sad.
A heal that is ugly as all get out, and they totally didn't need it, because what the fuck. And a draw, who is adorable. And you're probably going to use it, because 8 draw spikes could potentially be a thing.
Why would they make a bunch of, I assume, men goblin, because it doesn't look like they have breasts of any sorts, be cheerleaders for the heal trigger when we have the robo cheerleader?
I don't know. just avoid it at all costs. Unless you're one of those people that likes disturbing your opponents.
Oh my god, that's so silly.
They get a quintet wall. Oh my god. A thing. And their legion is... Well, I'm not even sure what to think, really. When they're legioned, you can counterblast 3 and take a card with the same name as a card in your Vanguard circle and put it into the soul from your hand. So that means you have the Vanguard and its mate as options. So that's 6 cards in your deck. And then you can call any 2 cards from your deck to separate open rearguard circles. Well, it's probably... It's something I'm going to have to see the rest of the support for.
Yeah. Well,
It definitely does not appreciate Mecha Trainer that much.
all according to plan.
Or the Dudleys, really. It's just weird. And the mate can be a 19k solo attacker by Soul Blasting 1 if your Vanguard is legioned, and then go back to the deck. Sorry, Bracky, you're gone.
Yeah. I think this other guy just takes the cake too much.
I will remember you.
Their names were Emerald Blaze and Silver Blaze, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And that just about wraps up Booster 16, what we know of it anyway, as well as
Names?
Fighters Collection 2014.
Names?
Yes, the name of the Musketeer Legion and the Perfect Red.
Oh yeah, we found out names about the
right.
regions.
Names of things.
Let's save the risers for last.
Yeah.
I want to give this one attention.
But I want the Musketeer Legion's name.
Alright, so Peony Musketeer Maltina and Licorice Musketeer Vera. Very pretty. And then over at Risers, we have Ultimate Riser Meta Flare, which is abbreviated MF.
MF. That motherfucker.
And Phoenix Riser Drill Wing, obviously DW.
So we've decided to call them Motherfucking Darkwing Duck.
Which is not a false statement. It is freaking awesome.
Like, I don't care what they do anymore. They are just the coolest freaking things.
That's so great. I want to just build them now, just so I could call them that at a tournament.
So much fun. And then there are even more Royal Paladin Narukami Legions in the set, but I don't think anyone's going to use them. Not that we know what they do, but you can't really hold a candle to Vermilion every turn, and restanding 22k Vanguard.
Yeah, they're going to be put on the sidelines.
Candy and licorice.
So we've got all this junk in Fighters Collection and all this junk in Booster 16 that are just completely revitalizing the decks they're going in. Not to mention encouraging hybrid potential, because none of them have Lord and almost none of them actually have clan restrictions.
It's almost like we've been arguing for this to happen for years.
New World Order.
We're going back to Booster 1, baby.
Yeah, and it feels good, man.
We're finally free. Granted, we're gonna die a lot earlier on average now. Probably. I don't know.
That's okay.
Possibly.
Don't you remember when Vanguard used to be considered a fast game?
Huh. Can't even call it that compared to Buddy Fight now.
Yeah.
For your Buddy Fight, you're lucky a game lasts longer than 3
trap
turns.
cards.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I guess that is everything, isn't it?
Even if it's not, I'm done. I'm just too excited for one day.
Yeah, so I guess it's that. Nothing new in the buddy front, as far as I know, there's nothing at this time.
Nah, the entire Booster 2 spoiler dropped. In fact, the set dropped, so...
Well, yeah,
if you
because
haven't seen all that stuff already, go do it.
Yeah, I will say this about the set. After reading where the hell is he? He's in here somewhere. Here he is. After like reading the full and all of his stuff, which I forgot to mention, we got the set over the weekend. I really like that how they did the tarot card things. Even the descriptions are like tarot card stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Better theme than chess.
I agree.
For those of you who don't know, I also do actual tarot card readings, so it makes me just want to build a buddy fight tarot card deck, even though it'd be missing the minor arcanas.
Spoilers, it's going to suck because none of them are good.
I know, I just meant for actual use, not as a buddy fight deck, just as an actual tarot card deck. With
yeah, I mean, even though they're neat, I am still extremely offended that they're making generic cards that have to go in a specific deck.
Right, why are they even generic? They're not actually generic.
Yeah, that made me mad too.
He's like, do they not know what the word generic means?
Apparently not. Also, the rulings for the set were published on the site recently. You can go check those out for interesting little tidbits, such as if the ultimate buddy is in the soul of your buddy monster, and you have multiple copies of that buddy monster on the field, they all get the bonus.
So, if you somehow get Inferno Armor Dragon to be grade 1, I mean size 1, look out, world.
Inferno Cop needs to Inferno Cop harder.
It's interesting. I don't know if that's ever going to be exploitable, but keep an eye out.
Yep.
And then there's the whole...
no, wait.
What? What?
Armor Knight Succubus.
What about it?
She's a size 1 with Soul Guard already.
So,
put Buddy in
what's your point, then?
She'd be huge.
You're giving them both 5k.
I guess, but they're like 3k already, so I mean they'd be big and then they just die.
7 with 2 soul.
Yeah, but they'll kill the one that has that.
Oh, yeah. You put the one that has that on the side lane. So they're wasting all that time.
Clearly.
Maybe.
Maybe we'll try that and just put it on the side. That's silly. Yep.
Yeah, and then the whole Katana World Impacts versus Gargantua Punisher. Spoilers, Katana World wins the damage race.
Yep, their cards work first. And then if the thing didn't get stopped because Gargantua can't be stopped, it does its thing.
Wow.
And
this is a ruling, people, so don't even try to argue it. It's a ruling from Bushiroad. Deal with it.
And then Chillax also lets you survive Gargantua Punisher, because even though you can't nullify the damage, you still gain 1 life before the next check timing occurs. So you're at 1 and you don't die.
Yep, so wow, even Gargantua Punisher is starting to look like bad, well, worse now.
Do you guys even know how to design your own game?
Clearly, impacts are thrown in at the last minute.
I guess so, because they're just becoming even more terrible.
And more
except for that one set. Because they're not even impacts.
They're trap cards.
Trap cards are not impacts. It's like, yeah, I have to assume that this came at the end of deck building. They're like, hey, wait, didn't we have impacts in Vice Wars or something related to them? Yeah, what about them? We should put them in here. Why? I don't know.
Make them exciting endgame cards that you can't ever feasibly use. Okay.
The kids will like them.
The kids will like them because they look cool, because there are cards on their side.
And they're shiny.
And that's really about it, because what else are you going to do with them?
If we can take anything from that Google Plus account, we can learn that, yeah, kids will like the impacts even though they're bad.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever. People will have to learn eventually, and when we actually have tournaments, big ones, that aren't in the middle of Ohio, we can show our point more thoroughly.
That's when we punish them!
Yes.
Punish. I see what you did there.
Well, I guess that just about does it then. Pretty cool stuff coming out, more to the point, pretty cool stuff that basically makes everything coming out now irrelevant. Or at least halfway irrelevant. Because Nubatama still needs their stuff. So, my advice to all you, wait for Booster 16, I guess.
The end of the year is gonna be so crazy. Especially since a lot of the decks from Link Joker arc aren't going away.
Yeah, they're still good until the end of the year comes around. So, to those Link Joker players, you still have time to enjoy your decks. Or at least another
Adventures and Genesis and all of the other fucking dimensional robos, man. They need to stop.
How about they don't and say they did?
I just can't wait for the Darkwing Duck to appear.
Darkwing Duck.
Let's
get dangerous.
Bye.
See you, everybody.
Bye.